Hi Aries. So it's Erin Scott here. We are on the new moon, on the Aquarius new moon partial solar eclipse. In fact, it's a couple hours away. So let's tap in. So for the readings, I'm wanting to really just channel images and pictures and see what comes through. And you can see it's new. I mean, I've really been resonating with crystals lately. I've really wanted to be near them lately, the last, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months. And so today I have some selenite and some black tourmaline and some other beautiful stones, powerful stones kind of around. So let's see what wants to come. I hope that you are all keeping grounded, keeping balanced, keeping responsible in your thoughts. It's critical, cannot be emphasized enough. Okay? Own your power. Own your power. All right, beauties. Let's see what wants to come. What wants to come for Aries? I'm going to bring my colors over here too. Kind of have them on the side here. Let's put them here. Let's put them here. I have some new colors this month too. I wasn't sure if they were gonna want to be used or not, but let's see. So we'll talk about it. I'm just going to focus on the drawing right now, Aries, and then we're going to talk about it. I want to just let the stuff flow. I'm using all my beautiful new colors on you. It's the first reading of this month. Maybe it's exciting. There's new birth. I definitely get that there's new birth happening for Aries. There's new birth happening for all signs, I should say. But Aries is going to have some transition this year, and there's probably prep for that, meaning Uranus is going to be moving out of Aries into Taurus. And so, I don't know. It's a completion of a cycle, so there's some things being assimilated, I think, for Aries, is what I'll say. Okay, which makes sense. It just is logical. Okay. I hope you can see everything okay. I think I framed it in the camera good. Aries, okay. So we're going to start to talk about what's coming. I kind of just want to let the forms, the symbols, the pictures, whatever form, shapes, narratives want to come. I want to let that happen first. It's raining outside here. Maybe you can hear some rain. It's slowing, but it's beautiful. Okay. So let's stop right there. There might be more to come, but let's talk about what's coming here, or what came. I mean, the first thing that came was the lines, you know, the black lines. So there was a lot of kind of energy, rapid and harsh, kind of aggressive. Okay, that's what I want to say. So there was a lot of kind of, let's say, aggressive and feels blocking, because there was lots of lines here. So it almost felt like, okay, lots of energy and maybe not necessarily confusion, but overwhelm. So maybe the overwhelm of energy feels blocking, oppressive to some of you, right? This is a general energetic reading of the natural. This is all nature that we're looking at here, everybody. This is the natural evolutionary cycle of the Aries narrative, of the Aries ego construct, and that's what we're looking at here. So anyway, with regards to this energy here, the initial, let's say, form that came through, a lot of energy, a lot of aggressive energy, a lot of kind of Mars energy, and maybe feeling oppressive to some of you, okay? And then there was a line that came through next, right? It's almost like no. What I get, Aries, is that you're canceling out, or you're wanting to just cancel and say no to the overwhelm. That's what I get. And so what we're looking at here, just to clarify, is this is the new moon cycle starting today, right? So I'm doing this on this partial eclipse, and of course, interesting, is it not, that we have this orb here, which could definitely represent the new moon, right? Not every sign is going to get this. This is for you, and this is the first drawing of the month. But this is for the new moon cycle from the 15th of February on to March. So here we have this no, canceling out of any kind of, let's say, blocked or oppressive energy, Aries. And then the orb. You know, so what could happen is maybe at this new moon, or maybe even at the full moon, the upcoming full moon that we're going to be having, it could be that, you know, but it's like any overwhelm or thick energies that you're feeling, maybe a lot of motivation to get a lot done, move forward with projects. It could be that you're saying no to that, and it happens either now at this Aquarius new moon cycle and partial solar eclipse, a powerful one, an aspected one. Watch my video on the dynamics of this moon, because it's going to impact us for the next 6 months, and really it's another 18-19 year cycle that we're entering into here. But here we're talking about perhaps it's starting now or at the full moon. And there's an underline underneath it, Aries. So it's almost like there's an emphasis. There could be an emphasis at a moon change over the course of this mid-February to mid-March cycle. The next thing that came through were these beams that look like sunlight, sunbeams, right? Light, source, energy, lightness, high frequency. There's lines coming out, and it's emanating out from this underline, this highlight, this dynamic. And by the way, this could also be representing a birth of some sort, a birth of a project, a birth of a new business, a birth of a child, a birth of something new that you're wanting to see come into manifest form. But there's this light emanating out. There's power almost surging out from, let's say, the new birth, or the power to say no to the overwhelm. You know, there's power there. There's light there. It's beaming. There's an emanating essence, Aries. Okay. Now the second, or the next thing that came through was this kind of, again, looks like a grail. A grail came through last month for one of the signs. I can't remember which sign. But it almost looks like an arc, a smile. It started almost like a smile. But then it comes down, threads down to, let's say, to be honest, it almost started like a base of the cup. When I was drawing it, it felt like the base of the cup, but what ended up happening is it became a mound of earth with grass coming up from it. So to me, what this is saying is that underneath these rays of light, of new energy, new resolute, determined energy to block out perhaps any overwhelm, confusion, too much energy, too much. Maybe you're blocking out too much. And so that's emphasized. It's resolute. There's light emanating. You're wanting higher frequency. You're wanting to up level. And here there's this this smile, this upturn. It's lacy. It's light. It's positive. Maybe there's an optimism coming forward, Aries, for you. But it's rooted, see? I mean, it comes essentially, this grail-like form gets rooted down to a plot of land, a mound of land with grass. So there's growth. There's growth emanating from, let's say, what I get is this resolute new boundary setting, energy control, mastery. There's a mastery here, Aries, that I'm getting. Now, these came, these little egg pods here in this beautiful kind of cranberry color. To me, they feel like eggs. And you know what's interesting? I mean, this is a ruby. This is a rough, I don't know if you can see that, but this is, I got this in Glastonbury many, many years ago. And it's a form of ruby. It's like a rough ruby, but it's the same color, which is beautiful. Not the same shape, but definitely I would say the same color, similar color at least. But it's interesting because these do remind me of almost crystal eggs, you know, crystals that have been honed to be the shape of eggs. Yeah. But to me, and they're floating. So, and Aries, I have to tell you, it almost gives like almost an alien energy to it. There's something, let's say, mystical, otherworldly, something new, innovative. Maybe there's two projects, two ideas, two births emanating from Aries with a moon cycle during this particular Aquarian new moon eclipse period. And by the way, this could easily apply throughout the next 6 months. So there might be some things resonating here for some of you that you're going to get. You're going to come back 6 months later and go, you know what? It's been unfolding, you know, over the last 6 months. It could be Aries. So I'm going to pull a card as well this month, and I'm going to pull my Carolyn Mace archetype cards. I haven't pulled them in, well, in a long time, since I, you know, kind of took a hiatus from the alchemy scopes. So let's see, what is a main growth edge for Aries over the course of this particular natural evolutionary cycle? This is just nature. It's not mystical. It's not unusual. It's not outside the realm of reality. It is absolutely tapped into the foundations of reality. So Aries, let's see. Seeker. Seeker. Let me read it to you. So Aries, the growth edge for you over the course of this mid-February to mid-March cycle is moving out of the inability to commit to a path once found, and to move into a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. It is to be the curious, open-minded one, to seek, to not make up your mind. Be in the don't know mind, as Byron Katie so brilliantly says. Be in the don't know. This is about seeking. Be thirsty. Be curious, you know. So this is about inability to commit to a path, which I find interesting if we're looking at this image, right? Because again, I get some resolute activity here with you. There's a determination, a maturity. And for some of you, this is going to go into, this could be too hard, you know. But for others of you, there's going to be a balance to it. To say no, to create your boundary, to move forward with your creative projects, your innovations. Humanity needs you. Right? Okay, beauties. I think I'm going to end it there. For those of you who would like a personal artistic channeling, or all of the rest of the work that I do, check out the website, thealchemyofholism.com. All the links are below. I'm sending you much love. Bye-bye.